on the spot.
We're on the spot.
We're on the motherfucking spot.
Hello everybody and welcome to the second episode of Slovenly On The Spot with me, Abdullah King. We have a legendary guest with us today, Sean Wood from The Spits. He was one of the first artists on Slovenly and still going to this day for, I think he mentioned, almost 20 years. And Sean and The Spits hold a real special place in my heart because when I first started punk a couple of years ago, I had a song that I really, really loved. It went triple platinum in my room. And I didn't think that today I would be able to have a conversation with him, let alone even have his number. So this is really making 19-year-old me happy, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.
It's nice to meet you too, man. I've been interested in what you guys are doing on there ever since, because I've known Pete for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I don't always agree with some of his bands, and I tried to get my friend's band from California on his label. He's like, I don't know, man, they're too punk. And God, like a year ago, maybe longer or something like that, he was like, hey, check out this new band I'm going to put out. And I'm like, all right, let me listen, you know. And then he played it. I go, dude, this is actually kind of good, man. Like, what? Wow, I'm surprised Pete's putting out like a punk band. That's rad, fucking. But yeah, good job, you guys.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. It's such an honor getting to speak to you, dude, because like, when I first started like my whole punk journey, like even before the band, you know, I was just putting on shows as like a 19-year-old, you know, and I would make playlists for the shows that people would listen to before the bands, and then going through my list or just a playlist of like Apple Music, whatever, I stumbled upon "Don't Shoot" by you guys, you know, like No.
Abdul, I'm so sorry. Can I call you right back? It's my doctor calling.
No worries, dude. No worries.
I'll call you right back, brother.
Cool. No worries.
All right. Thank you, brother.
Cool. That I've loved you guys for a long time, and this is a real honor getting to speak to you. That "Don't Shoot" record
cool.
went like triple platinum in my house just listening to it, and then like for us to like actually be speaking right now, and for us to even like be on the same not the same level, but just to like be able to speak to you, and I know you put out some records with Slovenly at a point as well, and just it's just super cool to know that like, you know, that we're kind of in the same world, you know. It took a while.
Yeah, man, right on, brother. Right on.
Pete also says, what's up? He says, hey, or eh.
Oh, yeah. Radical.
So, tell me about, like, I know you guys have been around since, like, the early 1990s, and now it's, like, 2026. It's, like, more than 20 years. You've been around for a long time, and tell me about like the longevity aspect of that. Like, like how have you been able to keep doing this fucking punk shit, man? Like, I've been at it for 3 years, and I'm already getting a little tired, you know. So, like, what is keeping you going? Even like to go on tour and stuff, you know?
Yeah, it's well, we used to say in interviews that we're not a band, we're a gang. And, you know, it started out as like we wanted to have fun. And the music that we play is fun and that we like. And I don't know, you know, it's got to be a part of you or else it's, you know, I've seen so many bands start to climb and then they're like, they quit, go to school and get a real job. You know what I mean? And like, we never did. And we just stuck with it. And, I guess we have a sound that people still like to this day, you know what I mean? And so that helps, you know, when you have fans, new fans all the time, and it just keep, you know, like we're still selling our very first record.
Yeah.
You know, and for a lot of bands, that's hard to do. So, but it's part of us, you know what I mean? It's just part of us. It's in our soul. It's our art.
Of course.
You know, we're artists, and that's our art. And, you know, like a painter, you know, they don't stop painting. They will paint probably till they die. You know what I mean? Because it's part of them, and this music's part of us. And there's been some very difficult times along the long road, but we just keep pumping away. And I mean, we're talking about trying to start writing for a new record. You know
Amazing.
what I mean? So that'd be like our 8th record, and a bunch of singles and cassette. We just did a cassette that's coming out here very soon. We're going to take it on tour starting next week, but it's like from the 80s.
Okay, what do you mean, like from the 80s? Like the sound or just
the sound?
Okay, so what is that going to be faster?
It's not punk. It's not punk. It's we redid some of our songs with a 808 drum machine. I don't know if you're sure about that or what that is, but it's like breakdance, like 80s breakdance music,
Yeah. That like industrial kind of stuff, eh?
Yeah. Like, are you familiar with Egyptian Lover?
No, actually.
In America?
No.
Look it up.
Okay, I'll check it out. Egyptian Lover.
Check it out, Egyptian Lover.
Yeah.
So that's what this is what this tape's gonna sound like, kind of, but it's spit songs.
Okay. Sick, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And also, like,
check it out.
how are you feeling about this tour? I know you're going on with Snooper from Nashville to New York, or New York to Nashville.
We're going. We're meeting them. We're playing Cleveland, then we drive to New York, meet up with them, and then kind of work like 5 dates down to Nashville with them, and then we leave them in Nashville. We fly to Austin, Texas, play one show there, and then everybody goes home.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
that's gonna be fun, man. That's exciting. Yeah. I really wish we could have joined you for that.
I'm hoping so. Yeah, I'm hoping so. It's only 7 dates, so that's not bad. But the last 3 dates are long travel days, and that kind of.
Yeah.
We're getting older, so it's like a little harder on the road.
I understand, yeah. And tell me, like, when it comes to like performance and stuff, you guys do have a lot of theatrical aspects. Like, you guys are a funny band, how did that start? Like, what made I saw this one live video of you guys playing a show, and like one of the dudes had like a fucking wizard outfit on, like a
yeah.
And it's so interesting to see that, because
we wanted it started out that we wanted to put on a show, right? And that means the entire show.
Okay.
So in other words, if you were putting on a play and you just dressed up but you didn't say anything, it's not quite there. So it's like if we just played instruments and sang, it's not a complete show. So we wanted to put on a show. So that involved like costumes, and it just, like I said, man, it's just all about having fun.
Yeah, of course.
And nowadays, if you notice, a lot of bands are fucking wearing costumes, whereas nobody really did back in the day when we were starting out,
Really? Yeah, I'd say like my reference for like a costume or like a thing was like maybe the Misfits, but other than that,
right? Yeah.
Other than that, no one does, and I love the way you guys do it.
Yeah,
it's like you said, it's fun.
Well, it's getting harder. Like we were just talking about my brother and I about the costumes for this tour, and we're like, dude, we've run out of ideas. I mean, fuck, it's been like close to 30 fucking years of costumes, and we just don't know what to do anymore. So, but we'll figure something out.
Dress up like construction workers.
At least have a look.
Yeah, a little look. Yeah, construction workers. Yeah, why not? There's
no. It's gotta be cool.
It's gotta be cool. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
And then
it's gotta be cool.
You guys are from Kalamazoo, right?
Originally Kalamazoo, Michigan. Yeah.
Okay. And what was it like being in that scene there growing up? Like, because I know you guys moved from Kalamazoo, then you went to Seattle. But tell me about that whole transition, because I'm sure it's hard for a band to start out somewhere and then move to another place and kind of gain that same following and that same kind of response,
100%. Well, we started out Kalamazoo, but we were just playing basements. You know what I mean? House parties. Then we went to Kalamazoo, started over, still playing basements. Then we would play some small bars. And then as time went on, our music started to catch around the country, and we started playing festivals and bigger clubs and going, doing support tours, and then that's where we're at now. You know what I mean? Like it keeps growing, and I love it, man. I think it's badass. I'm pretty proud of it. Yeah, like we've had a few members come and go, and usually that could be the death of a band. A lot of people are like, oh, we lost Chuck, let's break up. It's like, nah. For a long time, for the last at least 17 years, we've all lived in different states in America.
Oh, okay. So that must be hard.
That really makes it hard.
That I'm sure, because like with us, we all kind of live like 15 minutes away from each other, and because of that, that's how we all hang out. We all skate together, eat food together, and practice, and that really contributes to like being a band, like you being your friends.
We had those days. We had a Spitz house in Seattle that we all lived in. It had a jam room in the basement, and I miss those days, man. That was fun.
What was that like, man? Tell me about that.
It was awesome. It was like in the mid 90s, early 90s, and we had in Wallingford, in part of the neighborhood of Seattle, we had a badass house, and we all lived in it, and had a jam room in the basement, and that was kind of like Spitz headquarters, you know what I mean? And then after a while, my brother moved to LA, and then I moved, around Seattle, and then, just blah, 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 our drummer got a wife, and fucking blah, blah, so we weren't living together, but we were still in the same area, at least on the same coast, you know what I mean? But, and then I moved to Texas, and now, it's a long road and a long story.
Sure,
but man, we started out all together, and then we separated, and we kept playing and recording. But now our drummer's in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. I just bought a house up here in Michigan, a lake house, and so I'm back in Michigan, and kind of like I go back and forth, Texas and Michigan. And then my brother he bought a house in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and our keyboardist lives in New Orleans.
Okay, nice.
So, so it's like, it's a bit for practicing.
Yeah, like we have this space called the creche. And the creche is like a nursery, and we've had the craziest stories from that place, man. Like, did you ever have shows at the Spitz headquarters? No?
No, it was a tiny little room in a basement.
Ah, okay. Yeah, we have shows, but mainly like outdoors in like the car park. Pete's been there. Nice. It's the Purple House also.
Yeah.
And we've had like dudes fucking fall off the roof. Dudes like fucking lots of drinking, lots of everything. And what's cool about it?
It's about you're young, do that shit.
Yeah, and like it's cool because like South Africa is like a really like, especially where the Purple House is. It's in Soweto, and it's a historically disadvantaged area because of like apartheid and the apartheid regime and whatnot. So it's a place for where people of color stay, and it's still majority people of color there. But what's so cool about it is that people from all different colors and creeds, and kids from the suburbs, kids from the city, kids from the hood, all come together at this house, and it's a real congregation of what the fucking government can't even do, And I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know, like, what was it like growing up in the scene? Was it diverse? Were there a lot of women? How did people come together? Like,
it was very diverse.
Yeah.
It was very diverse. Though, at least in Seattle, the scene was really white. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of different, there's not a lot of ethnicities there. Well, sorry, man, I've been up since 6, but there's just a lot of white people there. So the scene is majority white. You know what I mean? But there's, other people, that's why I like going to Houston, it's a place like that, and seeing all kinds of different people in the pit, and it's rad. In other cities as well, New York and stuff like that. But it was definitely way tighter than it is now. It's of course, too, a lot of people are getting out of rock and roll, and it's all about DJs and
really. I feel like
influencers on. What's that?
I'm saying I feel like there's been somewhat of a resurgence, at least over here. Like now, a lot of kids have been picking up guitars, and like especially since we've been around. a lot of black kids coming through and just picking up guitars and learning how to
fucking
play.
rad. I love it.
Some of them suck, but they're just kind of doing it, and I think that's the cool part about it,
Yeah, but it's probably not that, rock and roll's not that common in South Africa, you know what I mean? Like,
you'd be surprised, Sean. There's a lot of rock and roll here.
Man, I'd love to come visit, man. If I ever get the money, I'd love to come visit.
Come through, man. Definitely. Like, I'd love to host you and show you around.
Fucking hey, man. There will be a day when I take you up on that.
Okay, cool. I got you. I'll remember. And like, I'm sure you've done a lot of tours, like not just in the States, but I'm sure you've been to Europe as well. And like probably South America, maybe, no?
No, dude, I really want to go play South America. We're basically...
Please convince Pete to
Europe and America.
Please convince Pete to get you for the next We're Loud, because I think he's going to do it in South America. And we would love to play with you, dude. We would love to play with you guys.
So it's like... I know you guys are having trouble with visas in America, but is it easier? Can you guys get, like you said, you played with Slooper in London. So obviously for you guys to go to other countries, it's not that big of a deal. It's just getting into the dumb fucking States.
It's just the States, yeah. So like Trump doesn't really like...
You know what? It never used to be like that, man, until fucking Trump became president.
I'm sure, yeah.
You know? Fucking idiot bastard. Fuck. Oh, God.
And so many people want us to come to the States, man. Like, I think that's where our biggest fan base is, to be honest, especially like...
Yeah, no, it'd be rad. Like, well, on this tour that we're about to do, I was telling Pete, I was like, dude, let's get those guys up here. They can open for us. And he's like, dude, not for at least a year or something like that, because due to visas. And I'm like, because since we're making all these artists from around the world get visas here, I mean, even small-time bands like you guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now other countries are going, okay, assholes, you guys need a visa to come here. And it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, we used to go to Europe for free, you know what I mean? And now it's like, we got to get e-visas or something like that, or an e-card.
Yes. Yeah, but with those, at least you're lucky, because that you can get that in like a day or like 20 minutes,
Sure, yeah, 100%.
The US visa process, the US visa process is like, for at least South Africans, is almost 6 months. And at the same time, we could pay all this money. It's like, it's almost, I think, $2,000 per person.
Yeah.
And we can't, and there's a chance we might not even get the visa. So it's very it's very wishy-washy, man. It's so fucked up.
Fuck that. That's just Trump bullshit.
Yeah, it's all good.
God, I'm glad he's gone.
I wanted to ask you as well, like in times of your touring, like, for me, when I went overseas for the first time on tour to the UK, and I met so many punks there, and they were so cool, and so welcoming, and just punks. They were cool. Do you feel when you go on tour? Do you feel the same thing? Like, does the message kind of translate everywhere else, or are punks different from Michigan then to like New York?
Oh yeah, no, like I tell you, like our scene. Like the metal scene, I think some of the hip hop scene, but more like the metal and the punk and the rock and roll scene are very welcoming. Like, I have friends all over Europe, like really good friends that I met through music, through touring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or at festivals here in the States or something. And, like, kind of just having dinner with my parents a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I'm going to, go there. I might go down to Mexico and visit some friends. And they're like, how did you meet them? I'm like, God, I don't know. Like, through music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody I know I've met through art or music, and it's, of course, it's that open door policy of like, hey, you're going to be in France? You got a place to stay? I'll show you around, like, and I've done that for so many of people that I know from Europe or all over the world, like, you're going to be in Seattle, or, you're going to be in Austin, Texas? Shit, man, let me know if you need anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or even friends of friends, like, hey, man, I got a good buddy that's going to be in Paris. Can you take care of him? They're like, yeah, I got you. You know what I mean? It's just like camaraderie, and it's like, I don't know if we're losing that, or if that's not important anymore, but it doesn't seem as heavy Maybe I'm just getting old. Fuck, I don't know.
I definitely think there's different ways to connect now. Like there's the internet, and because of that, it kind of made things a little easier. I think at that time it was like you only had your friends whenever you travel somewhere, and if you don't have your friends, you kind of fucked, Yeah. So I guess that's the difference, But I've made some really good friends through touring, and like I have some really good homies in Brighton that I met while on tour, and they're like my friends for life now, and it's such a beautiful thing what music can do for someone, especially someone like me coming from the hood, it's punk has kind of been a survival tactic in a way, like it was like my ticket out, like it was either be in this fucking band, make it work, or get a job in the military, Was punk ever like that for you at a point?
We were at when we were younger. It's like, fuck, dude, I don't want to work. You know what I mean? Like, I remember we booked a tour down the West Coast back in, like, we just started out, and we were so fucking stoked because we didn't have to work for 2 weeks. And then I was like, man, wouldn't it be crazy if we didn't fucking need to work for a year? And then we started growing and we started touring more, and then we started, actually getting paid a little bit of money, and I'm like, fuck, what I mean? Like, fuck the man. There's not a job in this fucking world that actually cares about you. You know what I mean? Oh, they'll say you're part of the Walmart family, and it's like, no, I'm fucking not. You know what I mean? Like, no job gives a fuck, dude. That business is there to make money. You are there to make them money. You're not there because they love you.
No. And I'm learning that, man. Like, fuck, I recently started this new job, and it's fucking soul sucking, man. Like, that's why I'm so excited to go on tour in June for like a month, just so I don't have to be at work. It's gonna be amazing. I wanted to ask you, Sean, about your records. Why do you always have the same title for your records? Like it'll be the Spits Volume 1, Spits Volume 2, Volume 3.
Yeah. Well, we have different names. Like we call it the Witch Hunt record, and another one's the Wheelchair record, and then other one is like another record. But it just started. Well, we started the first record, and we were thinking of a title. And we just couldn't come up with a cool name. And then it's like, you know what? Fuck that. Self-titled. Yeah. And then we wrote another record, like, self-titling. So let's just make all of our records. And then it's kind of like cool. After your, like, fifth record, you're like, no, this is our thing. Every record will be self-titled.
It's a beautiful thing. I think it's super cool. Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah, man. It's, I guess it's just part of, like, an original concept, originality. Like, fuck it. I hate titles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Also, too, a title can make or break. Let's say somebody doesn't know who you are and they pick the record up and they read the title. Well, fuck, if they don't like it, they're not buying that record. If they like it, they're buying the record. Or that's other word, if there's nothing, they just got the fucking cover art and the name. That's it. And they're like, now what's going to be make you more curious? Fucking not having a title and just in the artwork. And I'd be like, damn, this shit looks crazy.
Yeah.
All right, fuck it. I'll give it a chance. You know what I mean?
And I love the way you guys do your album arts as well.
But it's kind of like this. Yeah. We also had a thing where all covers are going to be robots. Every album's going to have a robot, but and it kind of still does. But like I was going to say, another band that kind of did something similar would be Weezer, who did All Colors.
Yes, I remember. Yeah,
like the blue album, the yellow album, But fuck that. We're just going self-titled every single one.
No, it's cool as fuck. I love it. And
we did say that we were going on our last record. We're going to title it.
Really? Oh, okay, nice. Is this new one coming out also going to be a self-titled, Volume 8?
Well, it's in a way, it's going to be an EP.
Okay.
And I forgot what they want to call it, EP something, but we did have one that was like a compilation of cutting room floor songs we didn't use on any other records, and that's called Kill the Cool. But that's like a comp. That's not like a self-release kind of thing. It is self-release. I don't know how to put it, man.
Yeah. And then I know you and Peter have known each other for a long time, since like 2002, because that's when that record, I can't remember which one it is, but it's the one with PCT, and there's a skit of a kid calling you on the phone like, "Hey Sean, is this Sean from the Spits?"
Yeah, right.
And he's like, "What's in it for us? You got some beer?"
Hello?
Hi, Sean. Is this Sean from the Spits?
Yeah.
Hey, this is Chris from the Hellcore House.
Yeah?
And I was wondering if you guys wanted to play a party or something. Or a party.
What's in it for us?
I think we can get some beer.
I tell you what, we'll work something out. We'll be there in 20.
Let us play your party.
Let us play your party. Yeah. How is it like? How has the relationship with Slovenly been like? Generally, I'm curious.
Well, it's been good. It's been good, but it came to a point where we needed to grow.
Yeah.
And we didn't like depart out of a friendship. We just departed out of a business relationship.
Yeah. And how did that start?
So we were like, excuse me. We were like, got sick of fucking like recording, and then you give all your shit to somebody. They sell it, and then they just give you like $2 a record. I'm like, fuck that. Let's do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
So
that's the way to
kind
go.
of why we stopped being on Slovenly.
But how did that come about? Like, how did you meet Pete? How did you end up getting on his label? Because he started the label around the same time you guys put out that first record in 2002.
Yeah.
How did that story come about?
His label used to be called 702, which is the area code for Reno, Nevada. And I met him. I was on tour with some friends called The Briefs and The Damned back in 2002 or 2001. I think it was 2000. 2001 is when I met him, and in 2002 is when we did the record with him or something. And we just talked about it. We're like, yeah, all right, and it just kind of happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, because
he's good, like getting the band off the ground, like maybe bringing you guys to America, help pay for it, but then you're gonna have to pay him back. And then we were just lucky enough to be able to have a booking agent reach out and start doing it, proper channels, and it just grew.
Nice. Yeah. Sweet, Sean. Thank you so much for chatting, dude. I have one more question to ask you.
Hey, no problem.
Share any piece of advice to any punk rocker out there, like a 20-year-old fucking punk rocker in a van who's just trying to make it work. Do you have any advice for those people?
Stick with it, and originality is the key. Do not try to impress anybody, and don't try to sound like anybody else, and that will really fucking help. Because that's what we did. We didn't try to impress anybody. We wrote music. We actually wrote music for us. And then it turns out a lot of people like it. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, cool. But yeah, man, I got other things to say, but I probably shouldn't. I'm going to be nice.
Okay. Thank you, Sean. Thank you so much, man. This is so rad.
Probably never seen this before. Anyway,
We're on the spot. We're on the spot.
We're on the motherfucking spot.